Hi, how you doing? My name is Olugumsola Olabode, the Purpose Midwife. I shared a post yesterday about, my why, my what, my how, and it was so interesting. People's engagement with it. It was really, really fun. Thanks for engaging with it. And today I'm on this personal branding challenge. And today I'm actually just going to share on my story, my message. A lot of people don't understand why I do what I do. A lot of people don't understand why I'm so passionate about people living out their lives on purpose. Maybe it's because of where I'm coming from. And today I just want to share a little bit on that. A lot of years ago, I used to live in the UK. I've lived in 3 continents. I've lived in the UK, I've lived in Nigeria. Now we are living in Canada. So when I was in the UK, at the time we were preparing to come to Canada. And one of the things we thought was, okay, when I get here, what am I going to do? I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to go into teaching. My husband and I thought, okay, teaching is a good one. So I went and registered for the course. It was a postgraduate course in teaching, and I was so excited. At the time I started, I was 7 months pregnant with my 3rd son. So it was going to be really interesting. And it was an 18-month course, but it was compressed to 1 year. And I thought, I can do this. I can handle this. But I didn't realize how intensive it was. It was really, really intensive. But I enjoyed it. So I put in the work. And the interesting thing was, as I progressed, I did the placement. First placement, I was fine. I did the second placement, I was fine. But when I got to the 3rd placement, I came in contact with this woman, which I call a woman from hell. She was my supervisor. She was hard. She demanded more. She demanded like so much from me. On Sunday mornings, I had to drop lesson plans with her, or else I wouldn't be teaching the next day. She demanded so much. And the long and short of it was, even though I had passed all my assignments, I had done every other thing, at the end of the day, this woman said to me, you're not going to graduate because you have not satisfied my requirements. She went on and on and on. I did everything to please her. But she said to the university, she's not ready to graduate. And so at the end of the day, they said to me, you can't graduate. If you want to graduate, you have to come back next year to do these courses all over again. And I said, no. And the painful part was I had already gotten a job before I'd even finished. But what was I going to do? I said, no, I'm just going to drop everything. I'm just going to leave everything. And so I left everything and we came to Canada. But the sad part was, there was this grief. I was grieving. I was so down. I was so down. I remember we came to Canada and I didn't even realize it. But for about 2 years after I got to Canada, I was still grieving the past. I was like, Lord, why would you let that happen to me? Because I had gone. My son was 7 months. I was 7 months pregnant with my son. I had him. And at 9 months, I had him, and then I could only stay with him for 2 weeks. My mother-in-law had to take care of him, only to go back to this course. And then at the end of this course, I was being told I'm not going to graduate. The pain was just so raw. And at the time I was down, I was sad, it was just so much. But I just kept on doing life, I started to work and all of that. But then, come 2015, I had this yearning in my heart again, and I just thought, there has to be more to life. I just started to feel like there is more. There has to be more. And so I was so restless. I took time off work and I said to God, I said to my husband, I'm going to seek God to find out what He's created me to do. I need to find out. And so I took time off work and I would sit at the base of my stairs with my Bible, my pen and my notepad, just asking, Lord, what have you created me to do? And on the first day, He didn't say anything. He was quiet. On the second day, I didn't hear anything. But on the 3rd day, He said to me, remember you used to write as a child? Because when I was little, I used to write books. I said I was going to publish when I grew older. But life happens, I never did. And I said, Lord, I haven't written in over a decade. He said, it doesn't matter. You'll still have books in you. So He said to me, on your way to pick up the children, stop at the dollar store, which is like, the Poundland, like a dollar store. He said, stop there, get 3x5 index cards, come back here tomorrow and sit with me and I'm going to tell you what you're going to write. And as I came back, I sat with him. He began to give me a verse each day, and he would just download to me what to write, and I would just write it down. And then I would just, it just went on like that, on and on. And after a while, he said to me, you're gonna write more cards. And I started writing more. And then one day he said to me, this is gonna be a devotional, a yearly devotional. So count how many days are left in the year, and you're gonna write that number. And I did. And as I did, he said to me, it's going to be finished on the 31st of December. And on the 31st of December, I actually finished it, 2015. And I was screaming, I was shouting, I was so excited. I wasn't shouting because I had written the book. I was shouting because for the very first time, I felt like something had come alive. I just felt like there was more. God is drawing me towards something. And so the very next year, he said to me, it's time to write the second book. And as I started to write the second book, he brought people into my life to help me with that book. I didn't really know how to write, how to publish, but he brought people my way that helped me. They helped me put it on, this particular couple helped me put it on Amazon, got my first sponsor for my first 24 books. It was just awesome. And then one day, I remember I was at work, I think it was a year later, he said to me, why do you let people stop you from doing all I've called you to do? Why do you let people put a limit on you? And I thought, where is that coming from? I didn't even know I was doing that. And as he said that to me, he said, you need to rise up. You have to start dreaming. It's time to break off every limit. And as he said that, I felt like something was breaking off me. And guess what? I wrote this book, Dream Big, Live Your Dreams, No Limitations Allowed. That was where my book came from. And he said to me on that day, I remember, he said, you need to get up. There are people like you doing the same thing, just living day to day. It's time to begin to stir those women up and help them discover, develop, and deploy their purpose so that they can impact and influence their world. And so it was just like something awoke in me. I know from then, it has just been one step after the other, after the other. He's just been leading me. I don't really know how, but he's just been leading. From there, he said to me, I want to start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, who's going to watch? He's like, just start. So I started. And as I started, he caused me to start a non-profit organization for teenagers, youth, and women. I didn't know where it was going, but all I did, every time I just took the step of faith. And so it's been a long journey from 2015, or should I say from 2006 until now. But my message is that every woman I come in contact with must not remain the same. That's why when the Holy Spirit said to me, you are the purpose midwife. I was on this masterclass a couple of weeks ago, and that masterclass just changed my thinking, because even though I was living a life of purpose, I was stirring women up, but it took it to another level. He said to me, after that course, he said to me, you are a purpose midwife. You're meant to stir women up to begin to live out their dreams, to live out their purpose. And so I said to myself, it's a mandate. For me, every woman that comes in contact with me must not remain the same. Their lives must be changed, their lives must be transformed, because I'm only here for a season. And while I am here, that mandate has to be fulfilled. I am here to live a life of purpose, and not just me. I am here to stir up every woman that comes in contact with me to live out the life God has ordained for them to live out. So I just needed to share my story and my message with you today, so you can know when you see me online and wonder why does she do all she does, it's because there is a mandate on me to stir women up to discover, develop and deploy their purpose so that they can impact and influence their world. I got you. I hope you got one or two things from that. Have an awesome day.